A very good morning to all. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 10, and the name of the chapter is water. So is water important to us? Do we need water to live? Can we live without water? So we all need water to live. We all need water to survive. It is very, very important to us. So water is the basis of life. It is the basis of all life. It is a natural resource which is the basis of all life. We need water to live. We need water to survive. We cannot live without water. So we use water in our day-to-day life, right? We need water for everything. We need water for household purposes. We need water for personal use, etc. So how do we use water in our day-to-day life? We use water for washing clothes, for cleaning home, for taking bath, for drinking. For everything we need water. So water is very, very important for the survival of all living things. So let it be plants, animals, human beings, all need water. Water is very, very important for all living things. So we discussed that we need water. We need water to live. And where do we get this water from? What are the sources? So let's see the different sources from which we get water. So we get water from different sources. We get water from rain, wells, lakes, ponds, rivers. All these are different sources from which we get water. Water is very, very important to us. And these are some of the different sources from which we get water. So let's discuss about the sources of water one by one. The first one, that is rainwater. So rainwater is one of the major source of water. It is a major source from which we get water. So when is the rainy season in our place? So the rainy season begins from June and it ends by mid of October. So that is the rainy season. So rainwater is one of the major source of water. So what happens to the rainwater that falls onto the ground? It flows into rivers or lakes, and from rivers it eventually flows into the sea. So rainwater is one of the major source from which we get water. Coming to the next one, that is groundwater. So have you heard about groundwater? Some rainwater that falls into the ground, soaks into the soil and seeps deep into the ground. That is called groundwater. For example, dug wells, springs, tube wells, all these are examples for groundwater. The water from all these sources are actually rainwater that is collected under the ground. So all these are examples for groundwater. So water in all these sources are rainwater that is collected under the ground. That is groundwater. The next one is the surface water. So it is also an important source from which we get water. It is also a main water source in many areas. So that is surface water. So what is surface water? Any body of water which is above the ground, that is surface water. Any water body which is above the ground. For example, rivers, lakes, ponds, streams, all these are examples for surface water. So have you seen a river? River is a water body that flows into the sea. What about a lake? You can see lake, which is an area filled with water having land on both sides. What about a pond? Have you seen a pond? Pond is an area which is filled with water, and this pond is smaller than a lake. Then what about a stream? Stream is a narrow river. The streams flows from a higher to a lower place. And the streams carry rainwater into ponds, lakes, rivers, etc. So these are some of the different sources from which we get water. You can take page number 99 in your textbook, and there is a box given. Did you know? When it rains continuously, the rivers get plenty of water. When it rains continuously, what happens? The rivers get plenty of water. At such times, rivers may overflow. When they get plenty of water, it will overflow and it may cause flood. Coming to the next, it is about water vapor. So you all know what is water vapor. So water vapor means it is the gaseous form of water. So what happens when water is heated? So after some times, you can see the water vapor rising. So what is evaporation? Evaporation means the process by which the water is changed into water vapor. By heating, that process we call it as evaporation. Water, which is in the liquid state, that is changed to water vapor. That is in gaseous state by the process of heating, and that is called as evaporation. In page number 100, there is a box given. Tick the correct word. When water is heated, it changes into ice, water vapor. So what is the answer? When water is heated, it changes into water vapor. The answer is water vapor. Water vapor is the gaseous form of water. Then in page number 100, you can see an activity there. You can just try doing this activity, and based on your findings, you can tick the right answers. The next one, there is a box given. Why is seawater salty? So have you ever thought, why is this seawater salty? Everywhere the soil has salt in it. The soil contains salt. When rainwater flows from the land, the salts mix with the water. So when the rainwater flows from the land, the salt which is present in the soil mix with the water. The streams take these salts into the rivers. As the rivers flow into the sea, they keep adding salts into the seawater. That is why the seawater is salty. So, what did we learn in this class? So, we learned about water. What is the importance of water? We need water to live. Water is very, very important for the survival of all living things. We use water for different purposes. So, water is very, very important. And we learned about the different sources from which we get water. So, we'll meet in the next class and discuss another new topic. Till then, thank you.